Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Thursday, March 12. Frontline and all other categories of employees at the Port of Bridgetown were this morning sensitized on Barbados' efforts to mitigate against the COVID-19 coronavirus. The session, organized by the Barbados Port Inc., was attended by employees of BPI, the Immigration and Customs and Excise Department, tenants and staff of the Bridgetown Cruise Terminals Inc., representatives of the taxi associations, tour operators, and ship agents. The discussions were led by BPI Chairman Senator Lisa Cummins. Senator Cummins says information sharing is critical to keeping the virus at bay.
We have a number of cruise ships that come through here every day. Some days we have one ship, up to 5 ships we can have. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands of visitors that pass through here from all over the world. And we needed to ensure that in collaboration with our labour partners, in collaboration with our private sector partners, that we shared the fact-based information on COVID-19. You'd have seen the social partnership meeting, which was a whole government approach. We took a whole port approach this morning. We brought all of the partners here with all of the medical officials to ensure that our frontline workers are comfortable with the information being shared. They are equipped with knowledge.
Barbados remains free of COVID-19, but as CARICOM member states, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Guyana and Jamaica report cases of the deadly virus, Barbadians have been rushing to supermarkets and other outlets to stock up on hand sanitizers, Lysol wipes, alcohol, bleach, and other cleaning agents. Many store owners report that they are already out of stock. Accra Beach Hotel and Spa is rubbishing a WhatsApp message being circulated that a case of COVID-19 has been discovered at the property. Management makes it clear the message is false and it has since reported the matter to the Royal Barbados Police Force. It is therefore advising the public to stop spreading the false message. The Congress of Trade Unions and Staff Associations is worried about increasing unemployment across Barbados, citing the loss of some 149 jobs due to the recent closure of 3 restaurants operated by Chaps Restaurants Limited and the temporary closure of the Peach and Quiet Hotel. General Secretary Dennis DePisa notes there is cause for concern, even as he claimed that more layoffs were imminent under the government's retrenchment program in the public service. Every vote must count, the words of CARICOM Chairman and Prime Minister Mia Mottley, who today wrapped up a prime ministerial delegation to Guyana for talks on disputed election results. At a press conference today, she made it clear that the rule of law must prevail, as she made reference to the Chief Justice's ruling on Wednesday that ordered a recount of the ballots in Region 4.
There is no doubt in our minds that there is at stake far more than who will be the president of Guyana. What is at stake is also the lives and the stability of the people of Guyana. We find ourselves today, as we speak, in a world that is exceedingly uncertain, that is being challenged in a way that we never contemplated that the 3rd decade of the 21st century would be challenged in this way. It is therefore even more important for us within the Caribbean community to ensure that there is stability from the north in the Bahamas to the south in Guyana and Suriname, from the west in Belize to the east in Barbados.
Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt, and Dr. Ralph Gonsalves of St. Vincent and the Grenadines also participated in the talks. Motley stressed the need for Guyanese political leaders to partner to resolve the issues.
Any attempt to be able to stall the process or any attempt to be able to obfuscate the process is one that runs against the spirit of the Chief Justice's judgment. And it is against this background that we pray that even though a statute puts power in the hands of a returning officer, that returning officer will understand that he holds in his hands the future and stability of Guyana as we go forward, because every vote must be made to count. We can't say it any clearer. And also, it must appear to be so in the presence not just of the observers, but more importantly, of all of the parties who contested the election.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
To regional news, Trinidad and Tobago today confirmed its case of the coronavirus COVID-19. Health Minister Terence Dayal Singh disclosed the patient, a 52-year-old male, tested positive for the virus.
It is worthwhile to know that since Monday, this person has been in self-isolation. The person would have contacted his healthcare professional on Wednesday the 11th, which is yesterday. The necessary swabs were taken and Carver today at 2:45 p.m. contacted me and said we have our first confirmed case of COVID-19. What have we done so far since we were alerted about this possible case? As I said, he came in on Monday night. The family has been in isolation since we were alerted since Wednesday the 11th. Contact tracing began on Wednesday, already begun, under the protocols that we use for tuberculosis.
On the international front, Princess Cruises is suspending global operations through early May because of the coronavirus pandemic. The cruise line, which is part of Carnival Corporation, announced today that 18 cruise ships will cease voyages that were scheduled to depart between March 12th and May 10th.
Princess Cruises, the operator of 2 ocean liners that suffered coronavirus outbreaks, said it's suspending all voyages for 2 months. Shares of its parent company Carnival, which have already lost over half their value since the start of the year, tumbled further on the news. The suspension impacts all 18 ships operated by Princess Cruises, starting Thursday all the way until May 10th. Princess Cruises has found itself caught in the crosshairs of the public health crisis. First in February, when its Diamond Princess cruise ship in Japan came under the spotlight after hundreds of people on board were infected with coronavirus. At that point, it was the biggest concentration of confirmed cases outside China. Roughly 700 people on board were infected and 6 died. Then last week, its Grand Princess liner was denied entry to San Francisco Bay after authorities learned some passengers and crew had developed flu-like symptoms. An initial round of testing found that 21 people had been infected. Hundreds of other travelers who were on the ship are now under quarantine at military bases across the country.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.